Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little stuffy, so that cold I thought I was getting last week finally got me. So I've been quiet for a couple days, but while I have been not feeling really well and not doing any videos, I did buy a new vlogging camera, so hopefully you can tell a little bit of difference in the quality of my video today. I'm gonna do a what I ate. So, of course, I have just gotten started with my second cup of coffee as normal. And yeah, so it's gonna be an interesting day because I'm gonna try to make a lentil soup in the Instant Pot, and the recipe sounds fantastic. So if it turns out really well, I will post it below so that you can check it out as well. But yeah, so let's get started with the second cup of coffee. There you have it, my second cup of coffee, and my day is off to a roaring start. Hi everybody, it is 12:30 and I am back to show you what I'm having for pre-lunch. For breakfast I had coffee and cold medicine. For lunch I'm going to have a protein shake and some grapes right now while I figure out what else I want to have. And then I'll be making my lentil soup in a few hours, so that's exciting. And of course I will share with you. I'm having a sick day, so I'm kind of treating it like a sick day. Don't really feel very hungry. Yesterday, I really only ate 16 points for the whole day. And that was only because I forced myself to drink protein shakes and yogurt. Yeah, because I just wasn't feeling it. So that's where I'm at right now, but I thought I would check in, and I'll be back again soon with more what I ate today. So here you have it, my sustenance for the morning so far, minus the coffee you guys saw a little while ago. Alright, I've decided I'm going to make some eggs for lunch. But aren't you claiming that Catherine Hatz Emily Sinclair on because nothing tastes good. But I am hungry after not eating yesterday. So.
Excuse me. The only reason we're all here is because you say you saw my client shoot you. Yes. Heard that night, including you claiming Catherine Hatzfeld shot you. She didn't. I saw it. Repeat yourself, Miss Keating.
Do it.
What did you say?
Your Honor, Miss Keating. Catherine didn't do it. You're welcome.
I think because you lost that court, I'm gonna kiss your ass.
I think we're just saving Catherine's life. Everything I just said on the stand is going to make Catherine out to be the victim. She was disoriented, out of it.
Nothing fancy, but there's my little I think it's a 7-point lunch because the cheese I think is 3 points and the eggs are 4. And I will be back when I start making my soup. Alright, you guys, I am going to make my lentil soup. So, I've kind of prepped everything here. I have some onions and some celery that really need to get used up because they're about at the end of their lifespan. So I'm going to use them all up. They're both supposed to use and some carrots that are about to die. So what I'm doing now is I'm sauteing some olive oil. I've got 2 teaspoons of olive oil in here, heating up. When it heats up, I'm going to add the onions, carrots, and celery, and then saute them until they're all tender. So everything. You will not believe this. I can hardly smell. I can only smell out of one nostril, but that's how good all the spices smell. I can actually smell that it smells good. So that's good. All right. So I'm going to do the onions and celery. Not in that order. This is a good idea when you're ready to throw some veggies out, but they're still edible while they may not look the greatest, to make a soup out of them. So I'm definitely not doing the right ratio of vegetables that were in the recipe, just so I can use this stuff up. But I figure you can't go wrong with more vegetables. It'll just be a chunkier soup. Add my salt, my thyme, my cumin, and my garlic. I feel like a TV chef since I have all my little bowls, but it sure does make everything easier. Alright, now I'm going to add my lentils and then the broth, and then put the lid on and let it do its thing for about 12 minutes. Now the lentils I did rinse. This is just 1 cup of lentils. This whole recipe is 4 servings at 5 points a serving, so 20 points for the entire thing. If I had some ham cubes, I probably would add some ham cubes in here too, to make it not a vegetarian protein meal. But I don't have any ham. So if this tastes really good and I'm going to make it again, I'll probably add ham next time. So it calls for 4 cups of this veggie broth. That's the size of this entire container. Pour that all in, then I'll give it a good stir and then close the lid. I am adding low sodium veggie broth. I try to buy any of the broths as low sodium as I can and then add the salt to taste later, because goodness knows we get enough sodium in our diets naturally. Okay, so let me give you a look at this. So that's what it looks like now. I'm going to go ahead and close the lid here. Set the timer for 12 minutes. And then I'm going to walk away. And when it beeps, I'll know it's time to come back and add the spinach. So it may take a little while. Oops, I want to close that. All right, and while I wait for my soup to cook, I'm also going to have a banana for my snack. All right, so the trick with the Instant Pot is to not open it until the steam is gone completely, or you could have an explosion and burn yourself. And one of the ways you can tell if all the pressure's been released, let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. One of the ways you can tell if the pressure has been released is if this pin drops. When it's up like that, that means there's still pressure in the pot. So if you saw that, it just went away. That means it's safe to open. So let me do that. Let's take a look at the soup so far. Now, my secret ingredient that I decided I'm going to include is some cabbage that I forgot that I had in the refrigerator and really need to use up. So I think I'm going to do, cost for 8 ounces of spinach. I think I'm going to do all the cabbage and then just some spinach. But let me show you what the soup looks like right now. So that's after it's cooked down in the Instant Pot. Now, since I'm going to do the cabbage, what I'm going to do is actually put the cabbage in and put the pot back on pressure cooking for probably, I'm going to go ahead and do like 4 or 5 minutes, I think. Okay, so I apparently forgot to turn my camera back on before I added the spinach, but I have finished cooking. I'm keeping it on warm, and I added 2 big handfuls of this spinach. I'm just stirring it into the soup now. This is actually more of like a lentil stew, I think, because I added the cabbage. It's pretty thick. So let me show you. That will be my dinner tonight. I'm guessing it's going to be more than 4 servings, so I'm not really sure what it will end up being point-wise, but with the calories in there, 4 servings would be 5 points each serving. So I'm guessing I'll get at least 8 servings out of this, which would make it 2.5 points, which is almost not even a meal. So I think I'll have this as a side dish maybe tonight. But there you have it. I'll be back later and let you know what I decide. Alright, dinner is going to be 1 serving of my lentil soup that I made. It did end up being 3.5 points, as you probably noticed from my previous segment, because I got 6 servings out of this. So one thing I wanted to show you is, as part of my meal prepping preparations, I got these little labels from Amazon, and they make it so that when you put it on here, you can actually erase it and reuse it, so you don't have to peel off labels from your containers, which is good because these are many-year reusable containers, and I didn't want to have to mess with them looking gross or whatever. But it's actually permanent marker, and then there's an eraser that comes in the package that you can erase it with. So I'll be back soon. Alright, you guys, I am going to call it a night. I have like 16 points left, or 17 points, something like that. But I'm not going to be able to eat them. So I'm just going to make up this bowl of Jell-O pudding and Premier Protein shake. I'm going to stir it all up, and that is how I'm going to end my night. And I had to record this audio over my original audio because it disappeared somehow. I'm not really sure I'll chalk it up to a learning curve with my camera again because the clip prior to this had audio and this one doesn't, so I don't know what I did. But anyway, that's it. That's going to be it for the night. I hope you enjoy my what I ate today. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you watched. And if you want to get notified when I post my next video, please make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys again real soon.